So one of the very best ways to become a good writer is by looking at examples of good writing. So if you looked at your Schoology page, you saw this little example story that was on there. So you can read it yourself, or you can go ahead and listen to me read it. It's up to you. But we call this a mentor text. And what that means is it's a great example that we're going to use to learn how to be a good opinion writer. So this opinion piece is called Kids Should Be Paid to Do Chores. You're at the store with your parents and you see that toy that you just have to have. You beg your mom and dad for it, but they shoot you down. In that moment, you had a job like your parents, a job where you earned your own money so that you could buy toys or items that you wanted. This is why I feel strongly that kids should be paid to do chores around the house. To start, if kids were paid to do chores around the house, it would help them understand that money doesn't just grow on trees. Kids would see that they would have to earn money to buy things. In fact, parents could use it as a lesson for their kids. If they don't do their chores well or correctly, then they won't be paid for them. Also, parents wouldn't have to listen to their kids beg for money anymore because their kids would have their own money from completing their chores. Another reason why kids should be compensated for working around the house is that it teaches children responsibility. Not only will they see that hard work pays off, but they'll also quickly realize that they need to be responsible with the money they earn. For example, if the children want things that are expensive, then they'll need to save their money. This is a great lesson that can be used later in life when they're thinking about college, buying cars, or even buying houses. It can also show children that if they spend their money too quickly, they won't have any money left. Finally, adults get paid weekly when they do their jobs, so why shouldn't kids be paid for doing their chores? Paying children for doing chores can get them ready for their careers one day. In the workforce, they will need to do jobs to the best of their ability in order to collect paychecks. Having chores they are paid to do will get them used to having jobs one day. Adults have jobs so that they can pay bills and buy things that they want. Kids should have that same opportunity. As you can see, it truly is a positive choice to pay children to do chores. It not only teaches them responsibility, but it also allows them to have their own money to spend on the things they want and can train them to have their own jobs one day. Start paying today. So I know that seems long and kind of a lot, and you might be sitting there thinking, I am never going to write a story like that. But I promise, by the end of the year, we are totally going to be able to write stories like this. So a couple of things that I want you to notice. This story has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 paragraphs. And those paragraphs are an introduction, details, and a conclusion. And even though those words might not mean a lot to you right now, we're going to talk about them and learn about them. All right, so just to recap, what is an opinion essay? An opinion essay tells how you feel about a topic and you give reasons why you feel that way, okay? So answer me this. What's the author's opinion in this piece? What was the author trying to convince us of? Right, the author was trying to persuade us to believe that children should get paid to do chores. Okay, so that's their opinion. Yeah, pay kids for doing chores. And they're trying to talk others into believing that too. So what do you think? Was that a good persuasive piece? Do you agree? Do you think kids should get paid for doing chores? The cool thing is, it's an opinion. There's no right or wrong answer.